Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that basically from the time I got to Texas, I've spent every Halloween attending the Silo of Screams event in Temple. And it's been kind of part of my Halloween tradition ever since I moved here. And I told you, I know the first time we went, I found out about it by seeing a billboard in Waco and said, oh, that looks like might be fun. Let's go see if we can go vlog that. And turns out at that point I met John and got involved with the silo and started working there, and had a lot of fun doing that. And a couple of years ago, John kind of honored me, you might say, by putting a billboard with my picture on it in Waco to advertised for the Scream that year. And I thought that was really, really cool. And unfortunately, it was also the last year that I was actually going to be able to work every night for him. Because after the year after that, I got my promotion at work, and ended up having to go into work really late or really early in the morning, and it was really hard to predict when I could get out of work and whether I could get down there at times. So I got to the point where I could only do the silo, a couple times early in the season when the company was on maintenance interval and I didn't have work to deal with. Well, like I said, that was the last year he did that. He didn't do that last year, but this year he did it again for me, and there's apparently 2 billboards somewhere in Waco. I know where one of them is, and then there's supposedly an electronic billboard also that has my image on it. And so I want to run down today and take a look at that, because supposedly this year it's a better picture and it's a little bit more obvious that it's me. So I want to go check that out, and let's see what we can see. So a couple days ago, I received a text message from John at Silo Screams. He'd told me a week or two earlier that I was going to have the billboard, and knew approximately where it was going to be. But at that time, the billboard had not been put up yet. But he told me it was going to be right here on Valley Mills and Memorial Drive, and that's what this intersection is. And a couple days ago, he sent me a picture that showed supposedly proof that the billboard was up. And when I started looking at it, it seemed clear that this building was in the picture and this building here was in the picture. And so I got a kind of a street view of this area, and this is basically almost identical, the same picture that they sent me. And I think that means that the billboard is here in this location here, because you can see this Yaki building right here. You can see this NCS, you can see the car wash building, and it's clear the billboard is right in front of this car wash. So I know exactly where that is, and we're gonna run out today and go check that out. All right, this is Valley Mills Drive. We're about a mile from Memorial, and then we'll be able to start looking here. Not that there's gonna be a lot of looking, because I already know where I'm going. Yep, there it is. Now I realized when I actually got to the location here that this isn't the first time he's had a billboard on this sign. I always noticed that there was this Subway that's right behind me, a Subway sandwich shop that was right behind me. And last year I remember stumbling upon this sign just in the wild as I was driving by here, and stopped by to see it, and it kind of made a connection with me, because one of the things John used to do there for a while is he managed a couple of Subways in Temple. And so I thought it was kind of ironic that or maybe more intentional or something like that he actually had rented a billboard out in front of the Subway. But like I said, this is kind of fun. This is the second time I've been in a billboard, and I think I mentioned this last time when I came and visited one of my billboards, that it was kind of fun. This kind of made the whole thing come full circle for me, because you remember when I first saw Silo Screams, that first summer I was here, the reason I discovered it is because I saw a billboard in Waco advertising it, and said, oh, that might be kind of something fun to go do a vlog on. Turns out I couldn't film inside the place for specific reasons, but it turned out I became a member of the cast, and I've been doing it for 6 years now. And so it was kind of fun that it comes full circle like that, and start off me learning about the silo through the Billboard in Waco, and now once again I'm on one. And I think this is a better picture too, because I think it was a little bit more obscured. It was a little harder to see me and be clear that it was me in that picture before. This one, it clearly is me, and it's a good well-lit picture. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Now it turns out there's an open field here next to the car wash that we saw, so I decided I was going to get over here and try and get a little closer view of the Billboard. John asked me to also take a selfie of it, because I guess he likes having that. Makes him feel good that happens. And you know what? I enjoy being a part of this and getting to be a part, getting to do that every year. Oh yeah, that is definitely me. I'm a lot closer now, so I ought to be able to zoom way in. Yeah, no doubt about it. I know the other guy too. That guy is one of the long-termers in the maze too. They're always in the Van Winkle Memorial Hospital, and apparently it's actually named for him and his son, who've been with whose names are Van Winkle, and apparently they've been a part of the Scream since the beginning. So yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? Now this is something I've been meaning to do a little segment on for quite some time. I didn't think it was really worthy of a whole video, but this is sort of a legendary thing here in Waco. I've heard about it a lot on the Waco Facebook page I follow, but a lot of people who've lived here all their life have heard about this but don't really know what this is or where it is. In fact, I had to spend a whole bunch of time looking to try and find it. Apparently, this company, I don't even know who the company is, they took an outhouse and attached it to the top of a very large pole. And so you can kind of drive by it, and there's this outhouse up there. And it turns out, if you look closely, and I don't know if the camera is picking it up at all, there's actually a guy in there sitting on the toilet who's, I guess, been up there for, like I said, decades. And I'm not really sure what the story behind this is, but like I said, when I first heard about it, I knew I had to try and find it and see what I could figure out about all this. Like I said, it took me a while to figure out. I knew it was on Valley Mills, and this is literally maybe a quarter of a mile from where the Billboard is. But I did eventually find it. Basically, I just ended up going up and down Valley Mills Drive on Street View in Google Maps, and I was able to eventually find it. But yeah, that's just part of the strangeness of Waco. Apparently, the guy that's in there had a newspaper at one point, and the newspaper, I guess, is gone, but the guy's still in there, and the outhouse is still up there, and a Waco legend is born. So I walked down the hill and kind of right up almost against the property line where this business is, and hopefully that's a little bit better. I'm not sure how well it's coming through. It's pretty clear from where I am, but like I said, everything's kind of washed out on the camera. I hope you can see it. But like I said, I bet you don't have a guy in an outhouse on top of a 50-foot pole in your town, right? All right, so I hope you enjoyed going along for that and seeing all that fun stuff. You know, I know it's probably just more of a personal thing for me, but it's kind of fun to be a part of that and then, you know, have it promoted in the town I live and all that, and that was kind of fun. So hope you enjoyed seeing that. Rest assured, I have more San Antonio videos. There's 4 more that I've got to cut together and upload and get published yet, but they are coming. I just decided I wanted to pause and pop this one in the middle. So next time we'll resume with the San Antonio videos and we'll go from there. So thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.